Hey guys, Mark Ferrasci with ProTech Dog Training. I've got a long-winded one that I want to go over today, and this is a special need that I'd like to be able to get filled, and we're probably going to go with crowdsourcing with it, so I'm going to need some of you guys' help. I need technical abilities with filming. We're going to do a little film for the intro for the crowdsourcing and actually put it on a crowdsourcing because the gentleman needs some help. And the plea basically is for a canine officer that is in need of a new dog, and in their area of the United States where they're at, their departments are not funding the canines. And this gentleman in particular got a hold of me a couple days. If you guys do any of these videos, you know that after a while you start to get a fan base. And you get people that are reaching out to you for whatever particular reasons because they see your films and they get to know you, okay, through your films. And I have this happen every now and then. So this officer gave me a yell yesterday, and he put out a plea in my direction and let me know who he is, and then he gave me another message this morning that really just grabbed at my heartstrings. The gentleman is an ex-military special forces guy out of Vietnam, and then he came back to the States and he started his career in law enforcement. And he's with the department, I won't say where, we're still putting this all together. I'm going to be beating the bush with a lot of you guys. If you're a professional trainer and you think you can help, I could really, would appreciate it. I'm looking for police canine type of affiliation so that you have some bona fides and credibility to produce a product for this gentleman or to find him one that will fill his needs. His canine died in 2018. He told me the whole story, and I'll print this out and I'll read it to you guys. And we're going to start here with my own little fan base that we've got here on YouTube, and then my goal is to try to crowdfund it and get him everything he needs to get this canine. Now, he's been a law enforcement officer for over 25 years. He's had 3 or 4 different, maybe even 5 different canines. Keep in mind, I'm just getting to know the gentleman. I've got to check out his bona fides, but it sounds all legit. And he lost his dog in the line of duty last year, 2018. Actually, it was 2018, and tore him up pretty good, you know. And so now he's feeling like he's ready to go ahead and get another canine and get there back out on the street. But this gentleman's a little older. He's had 4 or 5 different canines. He's looking at probably retirement in 4 to 5 years, depending, you know, where he's at. But he has funded his own canines over the years, and he pays for all the vet bills. He pays for their departments don't fund it. He comes out of pocket for this because he loves it so much, and he believes in his dogs. And then this one passed away in the line of duty, and so that really, like I said, it grabs my heartstrings. That and the fact that there's so much going on right now with all this hate going towards law enforcement. And if you're somebody like me that's been around law enforcement over the years because of the canines and getting in and doing what I do, doesn't mean that I'm an officer. It just means that I touch these people all the time. I'm around law enforcement periodically over the years, again and again, and I see what these guys go through to get out there and put all the hard work into getting their dogs on the street to do the job. And there's a lot of hate going on right now, so they're doing this defund the police and all that. But remember, guys, in every profession, I don't care what profession you're in, there's always going to be a bad apple. There's always going to be somebody that's just a jerk, and I can tell you other stories. I've got somebody right now that professes to be a professional trainer, and he's out there burning his bridges left and right, and it happens all the time. That's why you don't really give a lot of trust. You look for character, their heart. You know, why do I do what I do? I do it because I love it. I don't do it for the money. I'm not out to get rich. I do it because I love it, and I love to educate. I love to teach. That's what I love to do. So this gentleman going out doing his job and being a part of a canine, he's a handler. He's not a trainer, and he understands that, okay? Being a handler does not mean you understand how to condition an animal to do the behaviors. It means that you learn the tactics that you need to be safe out on the street and to catch the bad guy and take the bad guy down, okay? And I know there's a lot of hate and animosity on one side, and then there's a bunch of people that are pro law enforcement in general, but just remember that in every profession, there's always going to be somebody that's a bad apple. And then they make everybody else look bad, and these guys are doing their best to protect the homes and the families and their communities and going out there and risking their lives every day. And we owe them more, man. We really do, you know. And so this gentleman got a hold of me, and I'm going to be beating the bush in the next couple of weeks trying to put this together. And my goal, I think, is to just do a crowdfunding. We'll get him as much money as we can to pay for the canine, maybe even get him out here to California. I'll be going to Al the Horse Police Canine Kennels. I'll be talking to Dave Reavers and those guys and see if they can get me some help. But they may not necessarily be the ones I go with. Whoever gets in on the project and starts to help me if you have the bona fides and the credibility to produce this product for them, we're going to let you be a part of that video and say that, you know, you donated the dog or whatever we do with the crowdfunding, okay? It's going to be a little bit of a trial and error as far as trying to put this together, because I've never done crowdfunding. I've never reached out and done something like this, but I'd like to do it right, you know, and be really legit. A nice video that we produce for him and put it out there so that we can get him the funds that he needs to support this, because everything comes out of his pocket. That's the canine, the vet bills, the equipment, all that. A lot of departments out here in California where we're at, the departments fund this, right? Back there in the Midwest, a lot of these departments don't have the money or don't have the funding, and what's going on right now, everybody's getting defunded. These departments have just clamped up. So the canine officers are hurting. You know, they're trying to get out there and still do their jobs, and they can't do what they need to do because they don't have any support from the departments as far as monetarily, okay? So I will be putting the word out. If you are a person that thinks you can help me, go ahead and reach out my way. I'm more than happy to get you involved with it, because I can use all the help I can get. I'm looking for technical help for the filming, looking for the canine itself, and again, those that help will actually have some kind of promo as far as, you know, this person and your business name and all that. As we do it, we'll do a lot more videos, you know. We'll promote the whole campaign, and we'll go along with the whole thing. We'll even get to the point, hopefully, if the gentleman's open-minded to it, to allowing us to see, because I'd like to ship him out here and get him a plane ticket and let him go to the class and everything else. Not that he needs it. I mean, he's got, like I said, 25 years, he's had 4 or 5 canines already. But at the same time, I don't think he's ever been out here, and he's never met somebody like David Reavers with All the Horse and some of the high quality canine connections that I have, he probably doesn't have back in the Midwest. And again, you notice I didn't say which department, haven't said which state, and I may not. It depends on how this pans out, and we'll put it together as a team, and we'll all work together to try to get this officer what he needs. And I kind of look at this as his last hurrah. You know, he's going to have this canine get out there, and in 3 or 4 more years, 5 more years, whatever he's got on the department, and he'll retire, and this dog will go home with him and be in retirement with his home and his family. And that's a cool thing. You know, it's a cool thing to let him go out with a bang, because he served his country as a military man, came back and went into law enforcement. He's been in law enforcement for 25, 30 years. He deserves our respect, okay? So that's about it. I'll let this one go, and then you'll kind of hear me talking about this periodically. If you think you can help with a good quality campaign and a pitch for this crowdfunding, please let me know, and I'd appreciate the help. Thank you, guys. Have a good day. Bye-bye.